Alright. So this is an interesting one. I'm going to play first, and I keep a one-land hand. Now you notice I have a one-land hand, and I can't cast Stirrings. But I'm pretty decent. I'm happy with it. Alright, go for it. They scry at the top. I mill. I'm not quite sure what they're on here, and I'm thinking about I want a needle. So I mill again, and there's a quarter. So I'm not quite sure what they're on, but I figure it might have Liliana the Veil, so I name it. Instead, it's like Death and or Eldrazi taxes or whatever. It's still on one land. Not good. So Arbiter, and they're gonna quarter me. So now I have no lands at all. But they do have a pretty slow clock, so I'm gonna start milling them. No lands again. Still no lands. Yeah, the way they did the confidant thing. So I take 4. I'm still okay, I guess. Because I do have brutality here. So I get a land. So I'm going to Stirrings immediately to try to get a second land. And I get an opal, so that's even better because then they can't keep ghost quartering me. And go for the Thoughtseize. Now here, I think I misplay here. I think the correct play here is to grab the Thought Knot. And then they can take, I can take 4 damage. I'll go to 5. I guess, hmm. Yeah, and instead of playing bridge next turn, I'll just empty my hand, kill a dude. I won't take 4 damage, I'll take 2 damage. And it puts me back at 9 because I'm going to gain life. Well, this is going to put me to 7. I untap, I draw, play land if I draw it. Brutality, this dude right here. And, yeah, I wanted a Brutality Confidant. I figured chances are they're not going to draw another quarter because they just had 3. Or 3 in the graveyard. So I would dump my hand for Brutality and then play Bridge and survive. So I think correct play here is Thought Knot. And then they can, I mean, they can Flicker Wisp me, but hopefully by that time I can get it. I'm going to keep the Whir and I'll just Whir for another Bridge if I really need to. So I think I misplay here. And I grab the Wisp instead. Unfortunately, that means that they're going to be able to get me there. So actually, this would put me back to 5. I would go back to 5. Yeah. Again, just mill because it don't matter. There is that third land. So if I had done it the other way, then I probably could have killed that. They wouldn't have played Wisp yet. They would have probably done 5, but I'd go back up to life. I don't know. But anyways, at this point, I want to get information, and then I forget they have Arbiter. I point to the Arbiter, and I'm like, oh, I'm dumb. So we go to game, the next game. I totally forget about the whole Arbiter because I planned on killing it or whatever. So game 2, I sighted in my Torpor Orb, which is really good against this deck. And they sighted in Graveyard Hate, which I love to see. There we go. Yeah. Go ahead and see their hand. And I think I grabbed the Flicker Wisp, if I remember correctly. Or it might have been the other dude. I forget his name. Scholar, that's it. Because Flicker Wisp takes a little bit more time. And I'm not too worried about Ether Vial quite yet. And they top deck Stony Silence. Fortunately, I have Decay. And in response, I'm going to work my magic on my library to draw cards to get into what I want. Yeah, so I'm going to name Displacer now before they get it out of my hand. And then during their draw phase, I'm going to kill the Stony Silence. Yeah, so now they're going to play the Rest in Peace. Super, thanks. Start exiling stuff from there. And I got a bridge. So now I'm doing really good. This Flicker Wisp has a limited time. They're going to have to build up enough creatures to do an Alpha Strike. But I have more good top decks than they do. I already named Displacer, so I don't have to worry about that. So there's a Lantern. Even better. Get rid of that Stony Silence. Kill the Bob. So their game plan now is to try to get an Alpha Strike going. They could try to Ghost Quarter me here, but they don't know how many basics I run. I'm not too worried about it anyways. I'm going to draw extra cards. And there's a Torpor Orb. So this Torpor Orb is going to make it so that the Flicker Wisp does nothing. This is their only chance. And yeah, it doesn't matter. And instead of doing game 3, they